NESN presents Boston Red Sox baseball. Tonight it's game 2 of this 3-game series between the Red Sox and the Texas Rangers. Hi, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo. Welcome to Red Sox baseball. The Red Sox looking to make it 2 in a row over the Rangers. The Red Sox have been outstanding on this homestand. After what was a very tough road trip that saw the Red Sox go 1-5, they returned to play the Oakland A's, a team that has pitched very well in the season, but not against the Red Sox. Red Sox 3-0 against the A's. 46 hits and 30 runs in that series. The fine team ERA for Oakland, but not against Boston. Texas, a very good hitting team, the most runs per game, first in the American League, but no runs last night on 3 hits. They're led by Hank Blaylock, who has 22 homers and 64 RBIs. As we welcome in Jerry Remy. Jerry, certainly tonight, Derek Lowe trying to get back on track.
Well, this has been a major struggle for Derek Lowe, and he'd love to get back on track tonight against a very good hitting club. And if we look at some of the numbers for Lowe, I think one of the things that really stands out, the runners on base, a .316 batting average, and 7 of the 8 home runs he's allowed this year have been with men on base. And, we've seen great examples of that, Don. You get a little bleeder, or you get an error made, all of a sudden, bing, the home run, and Lowe's in big, big trouble. But this has been a very interesting week for him. He was called in by manager Terry Francona and Theo Epstein. They had a talk. They talked about how much confidence they still have in him. In other words, was to build him up a little bit. Look, he's staying in the starting rotation, and they need this guy to pitch well to get to the postseason.
Well, we'll see Derek Lowe tonight. He'll go up against Kenny Rogers. We've got it next for you on NESN. Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Nissan, by Coors Light, by Foxwoods Resort and Casino, by Acura, by Dunkin Donuts, and by Southwest Airlines. And good evening once again, everybody. Welcome to Fenway Park, game 2 of this 3-game series between the Red Sox and the Texas Rangers. And on the mound, about ready to go, is Derek Lowe. Some of the relievers coming from the Texas bullpen holding him up for the moment, but here is Derek Lowe.
Well, in his last 2 starts, you see the numbers for Lowe. As a matter of fact, in his last 3, he's given up 17 earned runs, and that follows the best game of the year he pitched at Colorado when he shut out for 7 innings the Colorado Rockies in a very tough ballpark to pitch in.
Michael Young, the first hitter of the game, takes strike 1 from Derek Lowe, and we're underway.
Derek has not faced Texas this season. He is 2-3 in his career against the Rangers.
You saw the batting average of Michael Young beginning the night at .335. That is good for 5th in the American League in batting average. Has never had a hit against Derek Lowe in his career. Well, the last 2 tough, actually really the last 3 tough outings for Derek Lowe. Certainly this first inning very important tonight. Going to get off to a good start. The 1-2. Chop towards Reese on the move, but on to first, route number 1. Let's take a look at the rest of the Texas Rangers starting lineup, brought to you by Rico. Hank Blaylock at third base, batting second. Alfonso Soriano at second. Brad Fulmer is the DH. Mark Teixeira at first base. Dave DeLucci is in left field. Gary Matthews Jr. in right. Rod Baraja does the catching, and Lance Nix in center field. That's 9th against Derek Lowe, as this one is carved foul by Blaylock. It was really the power of this team. Blaylock with 22 home runs, 64 runs batted in, and the batting average up over 300 at .307.
Going to watch Veritek closely tonight work with Derek Lowe. Everybody on that Red Sox team is pulling for Lowe to have a good outing tonight. Everything's going right now. The offense, they're getting great pitching. They need to get Derek straightened out.
Where available, this telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game.
Buenas noches, amigos.
The 1-2. Blaylock carves it foul off the left side. Blaylock against right-handed pitchers this season, hitting at .322. And 18 of his 22 home runs have come off right-handed pitchers. Evens up at 2-2.
It's amazing when you look at the starting lineup tonight for Texas. Only 5 guys in that lineup have faced Lowe before.
Buck Showalter has his team on top of the American League West. The Rangers beginning the night with a 2-game lead over the Oakland A's. The A's in a tough loss last night. The Cleveland Indians behind a walk-off pinch hit base hit by Lowe winning last night's game. Cleveland over the A's. The walk to Blaylock with one down here in the first inning.
Red Sox defense is brought to you by Lexus, and 3 double plays last night really helped out. Blaylock lining a double play ball to Bellhorn. Blaylock again in the third to Kevin Millar at first. Ends up in a double play, and later on in the 6th, Soriano with a line drive to Millar. And another double play. Very unusual in one game. And a different defense tonight for the Red Sox. Youkilis, Reese, Bellhorn, McCarty, Ramirez, Damon, Millar, and Jason Varitek behind the plate.
1 out, 1 on. Here's Alfonso Soriano, the second baseman. He headed to the All-Star game this year once again. Was 1 for 4 with a double here last night. A .289 batting average overall. 16 homers and 53 runs batted in. On the ground to third. Backhanded by Youkilis to second for 1. On to first. A double play. Around the horn. Gone are the Rangers at the top of the first. Red Sox coming up from Fenway. Back at Fenway, the Rangers don't score in the top of the first. Red Sox coming up in the bottom of the first. Brought to you by Dodge. Johnny Damon leads it off in center field. Damon 4 for 5 with 2 homers. The second 2-home run game of the season here last night. Bellhorn at second base. Garcia Parra the DH. Manny Ramirez in left. Kevin Millar in right. McCarty at first. Varitek does the catching. Kevin Youkilis at third base. And Pokey Reese at shortstop bats night as the Red Sox face Kenny Rogers.
12-2 on the season for Kenny Rogers, the most wins in the American League. The 3.65 ERA is 9th best in the league, and great numbers against the Red Sox in his career. 11-5 against Red Sox teams. This has been some kind of year for Kenny Rogers, and he's led the way for this pitching staff to be 4th in the league in that category.
Johnny Damon red hot. Johnny Damon standing in on the left side. Sits safely in 14 straight games. And that average now soaring to its highest point of the season, up to .319. 9 homers and 45 runs to go along with that hefty batting average now for Johnny. During the 14-game hitting streak, hitting at .448 against Rogers, a .295 hitter. Has had 2 home runs off Kenny Rogers. His 14-game hitting streak is the longest such streak by a Red Sox hitter this season. After the 1-2 in the left center for a base hit. 15 games now for Johnny Damon. The leadoff single to begin the bottom of the first inning.
Now, Johnny Damon, it doesn't matter right now whether it's a right-hand or left-hand. The .322 against right-handers, .313 against left-handers. And even though he's fooled a little bit on that pitch, he's out on his front foot. His hands stay back, and he puts it the other way for the base hit. It didn't take long to make it 15 for Johnny Damon.
Damon held on at first by Teixeira, and here's Mark Bellhorn. Bellhorn at .259, 10 homers and 47 runs driven in. Over the last 40 games, Bellhorn has hit at .292.
Kenny Rogers with a pretty good pickoff move. He's got 4 pickoffs on the season.
Base hit down the line into the corner. Johnny Damon heading for third and beyond. DeLucci has trouble with it in the corner, and Damon comes all the way around. The Red Sox lead it 1-0. Bellhorn with an RBI double to put the Red Sox on the board.
Kenny Rogers went into the slide step on that pitch, and Bellhorn quickly rifles it right down that third base line. And it took a long time for DeLucci to dig this ball out of the corner. It bounces and maybe got tied up in that garage door area. Dale Swain waving Damon home, and there's no play on him. So Johnny Damon has now scored 67 runs. That's second in the league to Vladimir Guerrero, who has 71.
So Bellhorn at second base, and here's Garciaparra, who has a DH, is 0 for 3 in his career. This is not a spot that Nomar is generally in, but tonight being used as a DH for the Red Sox. In the air to left field. DeLucci going back, looking up. It is gone. Up off the Coke bottles and left. A 2-run home run for Nomar Garciaparra, his 4th home run of the year, and the Red Sox lead it 3-0. They're getting to Kenny Rogers early in this one.
Yeah, they are striking quickly and striking big time here in the first inning. Garciaparra off the Coke bottles in left field for the 2-run home run. David Ortiz normally in that spot. David out of the lineup tonight. His wife had a baby today, and he is in the dugout after a long day at the hospital.
We welcome D'Angelo Ortiz to the world. 7 pounds 1 ounce. He and his wife Tiffany having the baby this afternoon. D'Angelo Ortiz. Congratulations to David and Tiffany. They see David before the night's over, as in the lineup, I should say, into the game. He joined the club before the game, was gone most of the afternoon, as Ramirez takes the strike, and it's 2-1 now to Manning. Manning over the last 13 games hitting at .373. Overall at .338. To left, deep, far, up, and off the wall. DeLucci over to play the carom as Ramirez heads for second base, and he gets there standing. A single, a double, a home run, and now a double. Things have not started well for Kenny Rogers.
Sounded like it was a little bit toward the end of the bat. A ball down in the zone, and Ramirez, I don't know if he thought he had a home run, but he was not running out of the box. The ball lands about halfway up the wall, but DeLucci, no chance at second base, is Manning in with a double. Wow. Single, double, home run, double.
Here's Kevin Millar. One hopper at Blaylock. Looks Manning back and then throws out Millar at first base. And there's one away.
Well, the Texas defense is brought to you by New England Toyota dealers. It's Hank Blaylock at third base, Michael Young, the shortstop, Alfonso Soriano at second, and Mark Teixeira, the first baseman. Left to right, Dave DeLucci, Lance Nix just coming off the disabled list today, Gary Matthews, and Rod Barajas doing the catching.
Sam Holbrook in behind the plate. Paul Nauert at first base. Randy Marsh at second, and Larry Vanover, the umpire, at third. David McCarty getting the start at first base for the Red Sox tonight. McCarty going through a tough stretch at the plate. 3 for his last 31. Kenny Rogers, 39 years of age. from Savannah, Georgia. There's 0-2. Missing for a ball, 1-2 to McCarty. Signed with Texas through 2005, signing as a free agent back with the Rangers. Now in his third stint with the Texas Rangers, the team that he first got to the big leagues with back in 1988.
Yeah, last year pitching with the Minnesota Twins. Red Sox faced him last year at the Metrodome. He was not involved in the decision in that game.
Last year, all season with the Twins, in 33 games, he had a record of 13-8. The year just before the All-Star break, he comes into tonight's action with 12 wins already, 12-2. Most wins he's had in any season was 17 wins with these Texas Rangers back in 1995. McCarty was down 0-2 as a full count now.
McCarty's got good numbers off Rogers. 375 with one career home run.
The glove of Rogers goes right to Michael Young. The throw dug out at first nicely by Teixeira. And it actually helped Rogers out that time, steering it out towards his shortstop, and there's 2 down.
Yeah, you're right, Don. I think that ball probably would have gone up the middle had it not been deflected by Kenny Rogers. It went right to the shortstop, Michael Young. And a nice play by Teixeira over at first base to save him an error. See it change directions there, and it goes right to Young at his shortstop position. He bounces it to first base, but Teixeira makes a fine play. If that ball gets by him, it's in the Red Sox dugout.
So 2 down, Ramirez at second base. 3 runs in here in the bottom half of the first inning. And here's Jason Varitek. Over the last 25 games, Jason has struggled at just .214 overall. He's hitting at .271. Nine homers, 31 runs driven in for Varitek. Hitting at .259 against right-handers, .304 against lefties. And the left-hander missing, 2-0. Varitek got ahead, 3-0. Manny Ramirez at second base.
Well, we know the story with the Red Sox this year, 3-0 in the green light. It happens most of the time.
Taking for a strike, 3-1.
And Rogers certainly aware of that because he changed speeds there on the 3-0 count.
To left, DeLucci headed back and reaching up to make the catch on the track to end the inning. But the Red Sox put a 3 spot on the board in the bottom of the first at the end of 1. The Red Sox on top 3-0. Back at Fenway with the Red Sox on top 3-0 after just 1 inning. And sounds of the game tonight, we have Doug Marabelli mic'd up.
I mean, just, no. Oh my, what's in there? Mix in some water. A little water will help. How can somebody make a $7 million have this much stress in their life? That's unbelievable.
Doug Mirabelli going to work on one of Trott's knots, apparently.
I didn't know he was a masseuse.
Doug has a lot of talents. We'll be hearing from him throughout the night tonight. As Brad Fulmer leads it off with the shift on, able to go the other way. And grounds it into left field, the first hit of the night for the Texas Rangers.
Yeah, all the times we've watched the Red Sox put the shift on this year, that's only happened maybe 2 or 3 times, I'd say, where that hitter has gone to the opposite field to pick up the base hit. You see Youkilis really playing shortstop and nobody at home at third base.
I think Rafael Palmeiro was one of those guys in Baltimore.
And that was with a man at second base, drove in a run, I believe.
That was a big thing then. Here's Mark Teixeira. 276, 17 homers, and 46 runs driven in. Was the player of the week last week. The switch hitting first baseman for the Texas Rangers, and a look at his month so far. He's been off to a very fast start. In the last 22 games, moving the average up from 232 to 276 overall. This sometime during April, basically the month of April, with a left oblique muscle strain. Strike. Over the outside corner, and it's 3-1 now to Teixeira. Lowe walked Hank Blaylock in the first inning. Chopped up over the mound. Bellhorn has to go off the glove and into center field, and everybody's going to be safe.
Now, from that spot where Bellhorn is, if he makes the catch clean, they probably do have the force play at second. They're not going to get a double play. Probably would have had one out. I think this will probably go as an error on Bellhorn. Big high bounce over the head of Derek Lowe, and a good bounce to handle there, really, but just pops right out of the glove. Sometimes you take your eye off it a little bit too soon. It looks like that's what he did there, looking at second base to make the play there.
The error is charged to Bellhorn. And these type of things are the things that have set Derek Lowe off in the past. We'll see how he reacts to this. With 2 on, nobody out. David DeLucci, the hitter, and he fouls the first one off. Tonight's game is available in high definition on Adelphia Digital Cable Channel 773. To DeLucci, who has 9 home runs on the season to go along with the .279 batting average and 38 runs batted in. Was 0 for 3 here last night. Strike, and it's 1-2.
You see DeLucci, a little comment to Holbrook. That ball was up. That's what he thought. Holbrook did not. A high strike, I guess you would call this, above the belt.
Another high strike, and it's good for strike 3. DeLucci down by way of the K, and the first strikeout of the night for Derek Lowe.
When Derek Lowe is pitching good, this pitch is very effective for him against lefties. Started inside and let it tail back to the inside corner. It just freezes a left-handed hitter. They think the ball's going to be inside. It's got enough of a tail on it to pick up the strike zone.
And you need the help of the home plate umpire as well. We got it from Sam Holbrook. He was patient along with him. Here's Gary Matthews Jr. Swing and a miss. Rangers right fielder hits at .281. 5 homers and 18 runs batted in. He was 0 for 3 yesterday, but has hit safely in 9 of his last 11 games. Fulmer at second, Teixeira at first, 1 away.
There's that pitch again, the same one where he stops it inside. And this time he'll have Matthews jumping back from this pitch.
Struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts for Derek Lowe. 2 down.
Now, after working him inside early, he goes away with the sinking fastball to pick up the strikeout. You know something, Don? Do you sense the crowd, I mean, really behind Lowe here tonight?
I would say yes.
Interesting week for Derek as he kind of went off in the Red Sox clubhouse. Got tired of hearing about his mound presence and his how stable he was when he pitches, and he finally took off on it. I kind of liked it.
I would agree. I mean, I think he's probably as fired up as anybody. He's always kind of been that emotional way on the mound, whether you like it or not. And I don't think he's going to change in that regard. The question is, can he be consistent? And tonight we've seen in the reaction that he's had so far here, anytime he's had an error happen behind him, sometimes, as we mentioned earlier, all of a sudden it's a 5-6 run inning. But here tonight, after the error behind him, he's come back to strike out DeLucci and Matthews. So.
And he's not a strikeout pitcher.
No. Baraja, the catcher, 266, 12 homers, 35 runs batted in. 2 for 23 over his last 7 games. On the ground, Reese arranging, has got it. The throw in the dirt. McCarty thought he maybe had dug it out. He did dig it out, but he was off the bag as the throw pulled him off. And the base is now loaded for the Texas Rangers.
They had both infielders going for this one, and it ends up being Pokey Reese who makes the play, so there can be no force at second because there's nobody at the bag. So Pokey has to go to first base. And the throw to first base is going to be off target, and you see David McCarty going in, but he just loses contact with the bag. Very close, but did not have contact with the first base bag.
The base hit for Baraja. An infield hit. The base is now loaded, 2 down. And here's Lance Nix, the center fielder. Nix activated before the game after missing 23 games with a shoulder injury suffered while running into an outfield wall against the St. Louis Cardinals back on June 13th. Activated and inserted immediately into the lineup tonight for the Texas Rangers. Wild swing and a miss.
And a heck of a play by Jason Varitek. This might have been a changeup here from Derek Lowe that bounces out near the plate. And Varitek blocks it. Runners can't advance.
Fulmer at third, Teixeira at second, Baraja at first, 2 down. Derek Lowe 6-8 coming into tonight's outing, is 6.02 earned run average in his 17th start of the season. Low off the backside. And this will bring Varitek out. Lowe has given up a pair of hits in the inning. An error charge to Bellhorn at second base. Last night, Texas only mustered 3 hits. They were all doubles. Michael Young, Alfonso Soriano, and Hank Blaylock with the only hits last night for the Rangers. They are a good hitting team, coming in at third in the American League, hitting at 280. Nix hits it. Bellhorn dives at second, throws it away. A run will score. As in from third base comes Fulmer, and the Red Sox nearly get out of it unscathed, but Bellhorn will be charged with his second error of the inning.
Well, the first part of this play is a great play to dive and catch the ball. That at least stops 2 runs from scoring, but then the throw almost rushed it a little bit, it looked like. As he dives, he gets up. He's got a lot of time, but he just throws it away.
So 2 errors in the inning for Mark Bellhorn. And the most recent has led to a run. Fulmer scoring from third base with the Rangers' first run of the night. And now Michael Young with the bases loaded and 2 down. Leads the major leagues with 125 hits. A strike, and it's 1-1. A .297 hitter in this situation with 1 grand slam to his credit. Young also leads the majors with 42 multi-hit games. And his 125 hits are the most in club history before the All-Star break.
This kind of thing that happened to the Red Sox against the Yankees, you just can't give them extra outs. It's a very good offense.
Lowe falling behind 3-1. Bases loaded, 2 down. Ball 4, and Lowe has walked in a run. Teixeira coming from third with the second Texas run, and it's a 1-run game now. The second walk given up by Derek Lowe tonight.
Now, you really had 3 plays in this inning. The first error, and then nobody covering second base, and that ground ball to Pokey Reese. That could have been a force play at second, but both guys decided that maybe they could get to it, so there was nobody at second to take the force. They made it a tougher play at first. Another error, and now the base on balls.
They got to deal with the likes of Hank Blaylock with the bases loaded. This will bring Dave Wallace out, the Red Sox pitching coach. Still 2 errors committed in the inning. And Lowe trying to preserve what is now a 1-run lead for the Red Sox, as the Rangers have the bases loaded. The Rangers are in the midst of a 14-day, 14-game road trip. From Seattle, Houston, Cleveland, and now wraps up here with the Red Sox. Texas holds the 3rd best record in the major leagues. 2nd best in the American League, only behind the Yankees. And Texas currently in sole possession of first place in the AL West. Well, behind Blaylock, 2-0.
Again, the crowd trying to get behind Derek Lowe.
3-0.
He's missing by a lot right now, too, to Blaylock.
Outfield straight away and deep. Blaylock taking all the way, and he takes a strike. Strike 2 and a full count now. Derek Lowe able to battle back here against Blaylock.
Crowd's going to stand here like it's the 9th inning.
Bases loaded, and the 3-2. In the air to right center field. Hit a time. Johnny Damon running back towards the triangle, and it's gone. A grand slam for Hank Blaylock. And it's 6-3 Texas with a very big swing of the bat by Hank Blaylock.
Well, this is just unbelievable. I mean, this pattern is exactly the same as the last outing. A couple of errors, some control problems, and eventually the grand slam home run by Blaylock. It's amazing the kind of streak that Lowe is in right now. Blaylock with his 23rd home run of the season ties him with David Ortiz for second in the American League. Behind Manny Ramirez into the Red Sox bullpen.
A 6-run top of the second inning so far. The 9th man to bat in the inning.
I mean, this is almost exactly like the last time out, except this happened earlier.
The short, Reese stepped to his left, and the inning comes to an end. A 6-run top of the second as the Rangers on top now 6-3.
Back at Fenway, a lot of scoring early in this game. 6-3 Texas lead. Well, the Red Sox Wise will conclude their 13th annual can and cash drive to benefit the Greater Boston Food Bank tomorrow. Wise will be at Fenway Park gates starting 2 hours before game time, collecting non-perishable foods and financial contributions. With a donation of 5 food items or $5, you'll receive a 4x6 autographed picture of a Red Sox player while supplies last.
Well, the Red Sox with an impressive 3-run attack in the bottom of the first inning. The Rangers with an impressive attack of their own in the top half of the second, capped off by the grand slam by Hank Blaylock. And Rogers went from a very rocky start to his outing to now a 3-run lead to work with. Into the bottom of the second inning, Kevin Youkilis leading it off. Runs in the first inning, 14 first inning runs, and 19 starts the season for a guy who was 12-2 coming into tonight's game.
Now, for example, Don, you know, like tonight's a great example. The Red Sox come out, score 3 quick ones, but with this offense that he's got behind him, they can score a lot of runs. Yeah. I mean, they scored the most in the American League.
Blaylock tonight with his 3rd grand slam of the season. And his 23rd home run. Up the middle, ranging is Michael Young, and a nice play to throw out Kevin Youkilis for the first out of the inning.
Well, for every run of the Red Sox get stealing this season on Nesson, you have a chance to win a LoJack stolen vehicle recovery system. Log on to Nesson.com, enter the date, opponent, and runner's name for your chance to win in the LoJack Caught Stealing Sweepstakes.
So 1 down, and here's Pokey Reese getting the start at shortstop tonight. Reese at 239, 3 homers and 26 runs batted in. Rogers had to. This one fouled off. He's up to 35 pitches with a lot of pitches in the first inning. Had to face 7 Red Sox hitters in that first inning. The 39-year-old left-hander has a career-high 8 straight decisions. 1 for him as he's up to 12 wins on the year. He strikes out Pokey Reese. First strikeout of the night for Kenny Rogers. 2 down.
Pokey Reese has had a tough time since injuring that thumb. 1 for his last 21 now, and he struck out 4 times in that last game that he played. Kenny Rogers will get him on the curveball here. You got to believe, Don, that thumb's got to be bothering him swinging the bat. It's the bottom hand in the bat, and that has to be painful when you swing. If it's a top hand, at least you can release that after contact. The bottom hand, you can't do it.
There's Johnny Damon, who singled and scored in the first inning, extending his hitting streak to 15 straight games with that single in the first. Damon with the 2 home runs here last night, second time this season that he's had 2 home runs in a game. He did it June 29th at Yankee Stadium, both solo shots.
We got a floater coming up here, Don, on Johnny Damon.
Want to walk us through the float?
15-game hitting streak, 456 through that, scoring 20 runs. And look at against lefties, 9 for his last 15. We told you 319 during the season. In a 402 on-base percentage, 7th best in the league.
To left and in for a hit. Johnny Damon continues on his torrid pace. 2 for 2 tonight.
It's amazing how consistent Damon has been against lefties, taking that pitch that's away from him and slapping it to the opposite field. I mean, through this streak that he's in, he's hit the ball all over the ballpark from line to line.
So 2 down. Damon at first. Here's Bellhorn. They're looking to atone for 2 errors as part of the 6-run top half of the second inning for the Texas Rangers. To right center field. Hit very well. Lance Nix back at the bullpen. It's gone. So Bellhorn trying to atone for the 2 errors in the top half of the inning. It's a 2-run home run in the bottom half of the inning. It brings the Red Sox back within a run.
Well, it was interesting when the crowd, Bellhorn was announced to the crowd. He got a few boos because of last inning. Well, he's changed that very quickly with the opposite field home run. Man, how about this first couple of innings?
2 very good offenses going head-to-head.
Exactly right.
And it's 6-5 now. Nomar jolts one to left. This will grab some wall. On the ricochet, DeLucci quickly gets it back in. But Kenny Rogers has not been a mystery here since getting the first 2 outs of the inning.
Second time that Garciaparra's crushed the ball tonight. The home run back in the first inning. And again, a hard line drive about halfway up the 10. Right off the Jimmy Fund side. Well, for those who wanted to see offense,
this is your game.
You got some.
This will bring Oral Hershiser out, the pitching coach for the Rangers.
And there is action for the first time. John Wasden in the bullpen for the Texas Rangers.
Sandy Ramirez will be next as the home plate umpire Sam Holbrook goes out to break up the meeting. All 6 runs given up by Derek Lowe, unearned runs. The Red Sox back within a run. It's 6-5 Texas. Garciaparra at first base. Manny Ramirez standing in. He doubled his first time up off the wall and left. Manny with 24 home runs, leading the American League in home runs. Jim Thome leads the National League with 28 home runs. As they check on Garciaparra. To Ramirez. The Red Sox got 3 runs off Kenny Rogers in the first inning. They grabbed 2 here in the second on the 2-run home run by Mark Bellhorn, who already has 3 RBIs tonight. Off to the right and foul. 2-1. Strange night tonight for Bellhorn. 2 errors in the field, 3 RBIs, a double, and a 2-run home run offensively.
Well, that home run picks everybody up, certainly himself and also Derek Lowe.
Very hot over the last 14 games is Manny Ramirez. Away and down, and it's 3-1. A strike. Ramirez getting the news from Sam Holbrook as he started down to first base. With a full count and 2 down, Garcia Parra will be off with the pitch. "48 pitches for Kenny Rogers to an inning and 2/3. Ramirez hits it high in the air to deep right center field. Back towards the bullpen and gone. A 2-run home run for Manny Ramirez. The Red Sox go back on top 7-6.
I'll tell you what, you don't see many hitters take the breaking ball and drive it the other way. That's the curveball. But because of that hands inside the baseball approach by Ramirez, he can drive that ball, the breaking ball, the other way for the home run.
Now Kevin Millar. Millar grounded out to third base his first time up. Manny with his league-leading 25th home run of the season. RBIs 73 and 74 for Manny Ramirez. Right back off Rogers, kicks out softly towards Soriano, and he can do nothing with it.
Well, this may be an early exit tonight for Kenny Rogers. Some nights you have it, some you don't, and tonight's not the night for Rogers.
Well, there are some who thought he may be the starter in the All-Star game after a 12-2 start, but a very rocky outing tonight, and Rogers getting the word from Showalter, and he will head off. After just an inning and 2/3 tonight, the Red Sox back on top 7-6. Back at Fenway Park, where Kenny Rogers lifted after an inning and 2/3, giving up 9 hits, 7 runs. He did not walk anybody. He struck out 1. And he leaves. Former Red Sox right-hander John Wasden comes in.
Wasden has made 4 starts for the Texas Rangers, back and forth between Oklahoma City and now working out of the bullpen, a record of 1-1 in his 5 appearances. Well, what a start this has been.
Unbelievable. The Red Sox got 3 in the bottom of the first. The Rangers got 6 in the top of the second. The Red Sox so far have 4 in the bottom of the second inning.
In case you didn't were not with us last night, Pedro Martinez in the corner of the Red Sox dugout. The bobblehead.
A very big bobblehead.
Big bobblehead.
Almost life-size. There he is next to Chris Coretti. A little warmer tonight. He's got the towel around him. David McCarty stands in. Sends the first one foul off the right side. We hope that as the game goes on, maybe we'll be able to talk to Pedro Martinez, bring him up here.
Well, either that or we could do it like the sounds of the game.
Yeah.
You could mic him.
Put a headset on him and
yeah. Ask him a question and somebody could make his head move with the answer.
To third base and foul. Waved at by Blaylock. A foul ball. Kenny Rogers got the first 2 outs of this inning pretty quickly. You got Youkilis to ground out to short, Reese to strike out. And then 5 straight hits, including 2 home runs, 1 for Bellhorn and 1 for Manny Ramirez. I was going to say he scattered 9 hits, but over an inning and 2/3, 9 hits, he really didn't scatter them. They were bunched together for the Red Sox in the first and second.
And it's hard to scatter a lot of hits in an inning and 2/3.
Inside, and it's 2-2. John Wasden, 31 years of age. Line to center. Nick's coming in, and he can't make the catch. Millar headed for third, and he'll get there. And the sinking line drive single for David McCarty.
Nice effort by Lance Nix in center field, just coming off the DL today with a shoulder injury. And he goes in the head-first dive to try to make that catch. He actually got the glove on it, but couldn't squeeze it and hold on to it. So apparently that shoulder okay after making a head-first attempt at that line drive.
So Millar at third now, McCarty at first, and Jason Varitek stands in. Varitek hit one hard to the warning track and left his first time up. It was caught by DeLucci as he takes the strike over the outside corner. John Wasden, last year a member of the Toronto Blue Jays, spending the bulk of the year at AAA. Down the line, a fair ball. It'll kick off the boxes as Millar scores. McCarty heading for third on the RBI single for Jason Varitek. The Red Sox lead it 8-6.
Now Varitek hit the ball hard his first time up. It was a line out to left field. This time right quickly past Teixeira at first base. Teixeira holding it on the runner. He comes off the bag by about a step, and he can't get back in time to get that line drive. Folks, if you watch it at home, buckle up. We're going to be here a while.
The Red Sox have batted around as Youkilis led this inning off by grounding out to shortstop. Here he is again. An 11-hit attack for the Red Sox over an inning and 2/3. 2 so far off John Wasden. The strike, and it's 1-1 to Youkilis. Wasden last year in Nashville was 8-4. He was with Syracuse also 2-1. 10 minor league victories last season, 0-1. And just short time with 3 games with the Toronto Blue Jays last season. Spent time in Japan the year before. His last year in Boston was 2000. Tonight marks the 25th time the Red Sox have batted around this season. Youkilis hits it high in the air to left field. DeLucci back at the wall, looking up. It is caught in front of the wall. So DeLucci got camped up back there in front of the wall, and he makes the catch for the final out of the inning. But a 5-run inning for the Red Sox, who lead it 8-6 at the end of just 2 innings.
Welcome back to Fenway Park. Tom Kerr with you here. A wild night already, and we're just getting started. Of course, the homestand and the pre-All-Star break schedule wraps up tomorrow. Tim Wakefield on the mound, coming off an impressive 7-inning shutout performance against Oakland to start off the homestand. That, after going through a stretch of 7 games without a win, he says he's figured out some of the problems, and he's getting back to basics to get back in the win column.
For me, I think it's a little bit of focus. You know, like I was telling you earlier, you know, sometimes you get in that situations where you come to the ballpark that day and your mind is just scattered. And it's really, really hard to really concentrate for 27 outs. And I just have to go out there and really take the game and break it down to 1 pitch at a time. And I think that's what's helped me be successful last year for a start.
One out here. That was Tim Wakefield on W.B. Mason's earlier this week. W.B. Mason's extra innings. Of course, he was talking about that focus being tested by the birth of the Wakefield's first child. He and Stacy had Trevor earlier this season. Of course, David Ortiz back in the dugout. He and his wife Tiffany gave birth to D'Angelo earlier today. So he will have his focus tested as well. And guys, before we go back to you, just want to let you know, up here in the seats, they remember John Wasden's nickname. Back to you.
Thanks, Tom. As John Wasden in the game now for the Texas Rangers, got out of last inning. As Mark Teixeira reached on an error his first time up with a swing and a miss, down 0-2. Derek Lowe had to wait 22 minutes as the Red Sox were batting in the bottom of the 2nd inning, but I'm sure he does not care. He now has the lead again with the Red Sox on top 8-6. The 1-2 away, and it's 2-2 to Teixeira. The center field hit well. Johnny Damon headed back. Front of the wall. Will make the catch. Just to the left of the 379 marker. Johnny Damon reels it in.
Well, there have been 2 balls hit over the last couple of innings that you thought were going to be off the wall, but you see the breeze tonight blowing from left to right, and I think a ball that is hit this high in the air, that has some effect on, just enough to keep it off the wall. Lowe thought it had enough to get on the wall, but Damon right there to make the play. Right at the 379 mark. Johnny's doing everything. There's that breeze blowing from left field to right field tonight. The last ball that was it Youkilis hit?
Yeah.
I thought that one had a chance to get the 10, but not quite.
It really did appear to be knocked back down again, as DeLucci got camped underneath it out there and left, ended up making the catch right in front of the wall. Here Damon with the catch, and DeLucci with a swing and a miss. 0-2 to the Rangers left fielder. As his strikeout victim went looking his first time up in the 2nd inning. On the ground to Bellhorn at second base. To first. The inning is over on just 10 pitches. A 1-2-3 inning for Derek Lowe. Through 2.5, it's 8-6 Red Sox.
Well, a wild start at Fenway. The Red Sox have the 8-6 lead. Each time the Red Sox win here at Fenway, Hood donates $1,500 to the Hood Home Team Advantage charity program. The program benefits children's hospitals throughout New England. It's another reason you can feel good about Hood.
Pokey Reese to lead it off as we head to the home half of the 3rd inning. Lots of scoring over the first 2 innings with the Red Sox on top 8-6. Out hitting Texas 11-3. Reese, a strikeout victim, his first time up. This one bouncing in by John Wasden. Over the last 9 games, Pokey Reese now 1 for his last 21. He missed 4 games due to the injured left thumb and returned to action on June 29th at Yankee Stadium. Wants time and gets it from Sam Holbrook. Two and two. John Wasden, first pitch for the Red Sox in 1997. Was here through 2000. Best year for Wasden was 1999 with the Red Sox. He was 8-3 in 45 games. Out of the bullpen for Boston, including 2 saves. Softly lined and snared at second base by Soriano for the first out of the inning. As Johnny Damon comes up, the league leaders are brought to you by Volvo, the official vehicle of the Boston Red Sox. In the category runs scored, that includes tonight's effort. Damon has scored 2 runs tonight in 68 on the year, only behind Vlad Guerrero, who the Red Sox will see after the All-Star break. First 4 games of the second half of the season. 1 out in the last of the third. Damon's 2 for 2 tonight. There's a .402 on base percentage this season. Waves at that pitch, fooled, and it's 1-1. Damon 4 for 5 here last night, 2 for 2 tonight. The Yankees already winning today. They beat Tampa Bay 6-3. So the Red Sox beginning the night 6.5 games back of the Yankees. Foul off the left side, and we'll do it again with a count of 1-2 and a look at the American League East with the updated 6-3 Yankees win today. Blue Jays lost today. The Orioles were winners. To center field, and the 3rd hit in 3 tries tonight for Johnny Damon.
Looked like a split-fingered fastball that time from Wasden. In 3 innings, Johnny Damon has 3 hits, 4 last night, and 3 already in this game tonight. You get into a groove like this, I mean, you don't want to go home. You just want to keep playing.
One out, one on. Here's Bellhorn, a double and a 2-run home run tonight for the Red Sox second baseman. The home run for Bellhorn, his 11th home run of the season. The Red Sox chasing Kenny Rogers out of the game after an inning and 2/3. Gave up 9 hits, 7 runs. He didn't walk anybody. He struck out 1. Outside at first and foul. And it's 1-2 to Mark Bellhorn. He'd been 0 for 4 yesterday with a walk. Tonight 2 for 2 with a home run. The first 4 hitters in the Red Sox lineup tonight, Jerry. 9 for 9.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Popped up foul off the left side. Blaylock gives it a look, but it's back and out of play. We had Damon with 3 hits, Bellhorn with 2, Nomar Garciaparra with 2, and Manny Ramirez with 2. If you add Millar, they're 10 for 11. Takes it, and it's strike 3. The first strikeout for John Wasden since coming in. 2 down.
2 strikes. You try to protect the outside part of the plate, and you become at times vulnerable to the inside fastball. Wasden, inside corner, freezing Bellhorn.
So 2 outs. Damon at first still, and here's Nomar Garciaparra, a home run and a single tonight. There goes Damon on the first pitch. The throw is going to skip off Soriano and into right center. Damon will just keep running. On to third he goes, and now just 90 feet away.
Barajas has thrown out 27% of the runners so far this season, but this ball is going to tail on him. Back in toward Damon. It goes off the glove of Soriano, the pop-up slide, and Damon on the third base. For Johnny, his 9th steal, and Barajas will also probably pick up an error on that.
The theft and the error. First error of the night for the Rangers. The 1-0. Swing and a miss, foul tipped. Nomar Garciaparra's first home run back in 1996 was off John Wasden.
That's when Wasden was with Oakland, right?
Correct. This one rattled foul back to the backstop. 1996 first major league home run for Nomar off John Wasden. Just off the plate, 2-2. Wasden came on in the second inning, was able to get the final out of the inning. He has 2 outs here in the last half of the third inning. Damon at third base. Nomar rattles one to left field. DeLucci back, looking up, and it is off the wall. Damon in from third with the 9th Red Sox run. Into second with an RBI double goes Nomar Garciaparra, and it's 9-6 Boston.
Well, apparently Nomar's enjoying being back in that 3 spot in the batting order. A home run, a single off the wall, and now the double off the wall. 3 runs batted in, 16 total for Garciaparra on the season. I don't know if it's impossible to check, but I mean, when's the last time they had 13 hits in 3 innings? The first 3 innings of a game.
Here's Manny Ramirez, who has 2 of those 13 hits tonight for the Red Sox. The Red Sox trailed for a very short time tonight. They get out to that 3-0 lead at the end of 1. Texas came back with 6 in the second inning. Then the Red Sox answered with 5 of their own in the bottom of the second. 1 so far here in the bottom of the third. On top now 9-6. And still batting with Garcia Parra at second base. In the air to center field. Nick's going back, looking up. It is gone. Home run number 2 of the night for Manny Ramirez. The Red Sox lead it 11-6.
Well, Manny Ramirez is now 1 RBI away from David Ortiz for the league lead. Actually, no, man. Yes, that's correct. 1 RBI away. His second home run of the night, straightaway center field, and this hits right at the top of the cement wall in straightaway center.
Home runs 25 and 26 tonight for Manny Ramirez.
That ball almost went into that standing room area in dead center field. We have not seen one up there, and that was very close. Up higher than that. Almost got up there.
Fouled off the right side. Millar staying alive, down 0-2. The Red Sox with some breathing room now, but this Texas Rangers team can hit, and they've got a lot of innings to do it. As we are just in the third inning, Red Sox on top 11-6. Derek Lowe enjoyed his first 1-2-3 inning of the night on just 10 pitches in the third inning. 1-2 now to Millar.
Again, watch where that ball hits for Ramirez. That's almost up in that standing room area. You don't see many home runs off that back wall.
Did you see more before this was built?
Yes.
Where we are?
Absolutely, yes. It's made a big difference at this ballpark. This whole area that we're sitting in was not here. And the breeze, especially in the summer, which is good for the south, would be like a jet stream out the straightaway center field. But all this stuff here is all, you know, recently, well, not recently now, but new. Yeah. And the balls really used to travel out to center field.
Millar strikes out, and the Red Sox are gone in the last half of the third inning, but they scored 3 more and lead it 11-6. Top half of the fourth inning back at Fenway Park, 11-6 now. The Red Sox on top. 14 hits through the first 3 innings tonight for the Red Sox. And it's time now for our Aflac trivia question. The question tonight, can you name the only 2 left-handed pitchers to start for the American League in the All-Star game since 1995? And the answer for you in the next half inning. Gary Matthews Jr. to lead it off. Chop down the first base line. Lowe gets it, throws in the dirt, and not in time as it clicks off McCarty. And they charge Derek Lowe with an error.
Well, possibly Derek could have let this go and maybe have rolled foul, but he chooses to play it as it's on the grass, but then he looks like he wanted to throw it over the head of Matthews. Probably couldn't see McCarty, and then he just kind of dunks it.
So charged with an error. The Red Sox have made 3 errors in the game tonight. Ron Baraja lines it into center field, a base hit. Up to second base goes Matthews Jr. And the first 2 Rangers have reached here in the top half of the fourth inning. Baraja with his second hit. Texas with 4 in the game.
Now 4 hits and 6 runs for Texas. 14 hits and 11 runs for the Red Sox.
Number 17,
2 on, nobody out. Number 9 hitter just off the DL, Lance Nix. Reached on an error committed by Mark Bellhorn his first time up in the 2nd inning. And the strike. Lance Nix, just 23 years of age, born in Houston, Texas. Resides in Midland, Texas during the offseason and plays for the Texas Rangers. A 4th-round pick by the Rangers in 2000. And down 0-2. Last year, his first year in the major leagues, got in 53 games with the Rangers and hit at .255. 8 homers and 30 runs batted in his first major league season. Line and caught by McCarty. Looked to second, trying to double off Matthews, but Nix retired on the line out to McCarty.
They had their share of line out into double plays last night, 3 of them. Breaking ball from Derek Lowe. McCarty immediately looks towards second base, but Matthews not that far off the bag. Didn't have a chance to get that far off the bag.
Major league leader in hits, Michael Young, does not have a hit tonight. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. A 12-game hitting streak for Michael Young coming in. Matches the longest hitting streak for a Texas Ranger this season, Rod Baraja, who has 2 hits tonight, had a 12-game hitting streak through the middle of June. Young's hit safely in 20 of his last 21 games.
Well, that's a pitch there that Derek Lowe has to have. I mean, that's a good sinker. Looked like it hit the outside corner about knee high, but Holbrook did not agree.
Gary Matthews at second, Ron Baraja at first, and this one chopped foul to even the count now at 2-2 to Michael Young. The Rangers playing .500 baseball in this 14-day, 14-game road trip. They're 6-6 on this lengthy road trip. And after dropping the first game of this series last night, down by 5 runs tonight, 11-6 as they bat in the 4th inning.
Well, we have one of these pearls later on in the season.
Yes. I know Detroit's mixed in there.
Detroit, Tampa, let's see, where else do we go?
Minnesota.
2 other stops. Minnesota and Baltimore, not in that order, but
that's a dandy.
That's a long one, the longest one of the season.
Started Baltimore, Minnesota, then Tampa, and then it ends up in your favorite city, Detroit. 2-2 to third. Youkilis to second for 1, on to first, a double play. Around the horn they go for the second time tonight. It ends things in the top of the 4th. Boston on top, 11-6. Tom Werner and Katie Couric enjoying the ball game tonight, and the Red Sox 11-6 lead as we get ready for the last of the 4th. This inning is the Foxwoods fantasy inning. Tonight's contestant is Susan Cody of East Hampton, Massachusetts. The Red Sox hit a home run this inning. Susan will win dinner for 2 and a free night stay at Foxwoods Resort Casino for your chance to win. Visit NESN.com. John Wasden back out there again. Looks like he's going to be going a little while here for the Rangers, who had to dip into their bullpen in the 2nd inning. For their starter, Kenny Rogers, touched for a total of 8 runs over an inning and 2/3. Since Wasden has come in, he has given up 3 of his own, including the 2-run home run by Manny Ramirez last inning. David McCarty 1 for 2 tonight with a single his last time up. The first 7 hitters for the Red Sox have at least 1 hit, with Damon having 3, Garcia Parra with 3, and Manny Ramirez with 3. Youkilis and Reese 0 for 4 at the bottom of the order. 14 hits for the Red Sox. That's nice. Very nice.
The 14 hits?
Well, the 14 hits and the little boy who just got the baseball.
That's right.
It's all very nice. I heard you say float earlier before we saw the graphic of Johnny Damon. Is that a new TV term you've learned?
Today I learned that, yeah. It's a floater, I guess they call it. They build a graphic and then they kind of float it into the action, I guess.
Chopped softly towards short. Young on the run and in time to get McCarty for the first out of the inning. It's time now for the answer to our Aflac trivia question. Question tonight: can you name the only 2 left-handed pitchers that have started for the AL in the All-Star game since 1995? David Wells and Randy Johnson. Wells started for the American League in 2000 and in 1998. Randy Johnson starting for the AL in 1997 and 1995. All 4 starts resulted in no decisions. The last AL left-handed to start and win the All-Star game was Minnesota's Frank Viola. Back in 1988 at Cincinnati, pitched 2 scoreless innings and a 2-1 win. Terry Steinbach's home run was big for the American League as Veritek is hit. Looks out towards Wasden on the way down to first.
Well, you know, you got to figure even on the offense that sooner or later something like that's going to happen. I mean, you're pounding the ball all over the ballpark. Red Sox already with 11 runs in the game, and Wasden will get Jason right under the 3. On his back, little peek out by Veritek, and makes his way down to first base. You know, sometimes you sit in the dugout and you almost expect it.
You realize it's coming.
It's just a matter of who and when.
Here's Youkilis, who is 0 for 2 tonight, grounding out to short, flying out to left. Just to finish up on that Frank Viola win, the last left-handed to win. Viola got the win, and Dennis Eckersley got the save. The game was played in 2 hours and 26 minutes.
This one's not going to be.
No, I think this one. You never know, though. Youkilis backed out of the way by Wasden.
Wasden here just trying to get inside on Youkilis.
Fouled off as Youkilis leads the count now 2-2 to Kevin Youkilis, who's grounded to short, fly to the track and left. 1 out, Veritek at first base. The Rangers infield a double play depth. And a full count now to Youkilis. There goes Veritek. Youkilis swinging and driving it towards left center field. Nick's back there to make the diving catch and then bang into the wall. Oh my, what a catch by Lance Nix, and Veritek will be doubled off at first base. An outstanding catch as he crashes into the wall just off the DL to make that catch. The Red Sox are gone in the 4th on top 11-6. Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy, along with Tom Caron, back at Fenway Park. Let's take a look at the game summary brought to you by your local Lincoln Mercury dealers. The Red Sox with 4 home runs tonight. Nomar Garciaparra with his 4th home run of the season. Mark Bellhorn able to get his 11th. Manny Ramirez with 2 tonight. Home runs number 25 and home run number 26 for Manny Ramirez as part of this 11-run, 14-hit attack for the Red Sox. As we head to the top half of the 5th inning, Hank Blaylock leading it off. He's been on base twice. And it was his grand slam in the 2nd inning that at the time put the Rangers on top 6-3. But it was a short-lived lead as the Red Sox bounce back with 5 runs in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Lowe falling behind 3-0. Derek's up to 71 pitches as he works here in the 5th inning. A strike to make it 3-1. The 6-run 2nd, the only inning that they've gotten to Derek Lowe for runs. Full count now and a big swing from Hank Blaylock. Blaylock just 23 years of age. To short left, Pokey Reese ducking back to make the catch for the first out of the 5th. Let's check in the sounds of the game with Doug Mirabelli tonight.
He shook his head yes to me. Huh? I pointed to the fence, and he went, okay. He know.
That means he feels it?
I mean, he going. I will high-five him at first base. He's at the plate. Oh, Manning. I point to Homer. He's about to step in the box. He steps back down and goes. Really? Shakes his head yes. Steps back up in there. We say, if he gets his home run right now, he said he'll lick it up. I said I'll high-five him at first base. Next pitch, homer.
Soriano fouling it off, and sounds like Manny knew he was going to hit it before he hit it.
Is that like Babe calling it shot?
Minus the pointing, yes. Outside of 3rd and foul. Soriano down 0-2, 0 for 2 tonight. Grounded into a double play in the 1st inning. And grounded out to shortstop in the 2nd inning.
Actually, it wasn't Babe calling it. It was Babe Mirabelli calling it, and then Manny just hitting it.
I was going to say similar builds, but that'll come back to haunt me. I know it. So it fouled off. I should probably give him a shot now, though, before I get a shot back at me throughout the night. I'm sure Mirabelli told us before the game that he was going to have the mic on.
Well, he doesn't want anybody to hear what he has to say right now because he's going to cover it up.
Right. Soriano offered and strikes out. 3rd strikeout of the night for Derek Lowe. 2 down.
Derek Lowe goes to the curveball to pick up the strikeout on Soriano. Tried to check the swing, couldn't do it. Last year in the playoffs, Red Sox threw an awful lot of breaking pitches to Soriano, and he was chasing everything in that series.
Soriano with 18 walks this season. 73 strikeouts. Homer chops one to short. Actually to 3rd with the shift on. And it's Youkilis who throws out Fulmer. 1, 2, 3 go the Texas Rangers at the top of the 5th. Boston on top 11-6.
Back at Fenway, 11-6 Red Sox lead. Well, fans, in addition to the week-long fantasy camps in Florida during the winter, the Red Sox have a new one-day fantasy day for you at Fenway Park on August 3rd. The day includes practice, a 9-inning game, a day of baseball with some of your favorite legends. This Fenway fantasy requires a 35 $500 donation to the Red Sox Foundation, and spots are limited. So make plans now for the Red Sox Fenway Fantasy August 3rd to benefit the Red Sox Foundation. Call 877-RED SOX 9.
Pokey Reese to lead it off in the last half of the 5th inning. 0 for 2 is Pokey tonight. A strikeout and a line out. Lined out to second base his last time up. John Wasden out there for his 3rd inning of relief. Actually 4th inning of relief. D'Angelo Ortiz, born today. 7 pounds, 1 ounce. Chopped to third, but foul. Blaylock there for good measure.
Got the hospital band on too.
Yes. Well, you got to go back over the next couple of days. You got to wear it
Right
every time
after
you go
the game.
back
You're
in.
going back after the game, I'm sure.
Right. So you can't take it off, even if you are.
Is that right?
Yeah, you got to have it on. It's how you get in and out security-wise.
Can't you get a new one?
Yeah, it's a pain, though. Every time you go back to get a new one, they got to fill out your name and everything else. Wasden, since coming in the 2nd inning, has thrown 57 pitches tonight.
I mean, you would think that they would know that that's Big Papi when it comes.
That's true.
I mean,
most would.
why does he need identification?
Yeah, it's a good point.
Excuse me, I'm Big Papi, and I'm here to see my son.
I'm here to see D'Angelo. I am Big Papi. Swing and a miss, and for the 2nd time tonight, Pokey Reese has struck out. Sounds of the game tonight with Johnny Pesky.
He plays that wall as good as anybody we've ever had. He is a good outfielder. Freddie Lynn, coach Dominic DiMaggio played that wall extremely well. Oh, that's it. That's it, Derek. Get ahead, stay ahead. Come on now. Have an easy inning here. 1, 2, 3. Catch your breath and go back out there and get him out.
Damon shoots one to center that Lance Nix runs down, and there's 2 away.
Well, Johnny says he plays the wall as well as Freddie Lynn and Dominic DiMaggio.
You would know.
Seen them all.
One of the nicest things the Red Sox did this season, of course, in spring training, down on one of the minor league fields, naming the field off after Johnny Pesky. So often those types of tributes happen after someone has passed on, and I know it meant a lot to Johnny Pesky down there in Fort Myers this last spring. It's quite a surprise, I think, for Johnny. A very nice ceremony the Red Sox had. You were in Naples at your estate, and I think you missed that day.
That was early in the spring,
It
right?
was, yes.
I don't even think I was in Florida yet.
You were at traction, I think, at the time.
That's right.
You were one of several ailments you had during the off season.
Yeah, I don't even think I was down in Florida yet. I was still laying on the floor at home.
All stretched out.
And nowhere to go.
I don't know if you're going to make it this year, as long as it took to get down there, and then you left again.
I wouldn't have made it. I had to have this. There's no way I would have made it through the season.
A full count to Mark Bellhorn with 2 outs, nobody on. 3 runs in the first, 5 in the second, 3 in the third. Red Sox on top 11-6. Ball 4 to Bellhorn. On for the 3rd time tonight.
Well, Red Sox fans, we want to hear from you. Log on to redsox.com to tell us what you think about the broadcast tonight. Look for this graphic and let your thoughts be heard.
Well, John Wasden giving them 2+ innings of work, and Buck Showalter out to make the pitching change. The Rangers go to the bullpen again. We're in the last of the 5th. The Red Sox on top 11-6. It's tough when you don't know you're back. John Wasden is gone, and Doug Rocal, the new pitcher on for the Rangers, the 3rd of the night.
18th appearance for Rocal. He also worked in the game last night, 2/3 of an inning, giving up an earned run against the Red Sox. He spent quite a bit of time early in the year on a DL, had his appendix taken out.
They'll face Nomar Garciaparra with 2 down and a runner at first.
I didn't know we were back. Were we back, Don?
We were back. We haven't been back that long. Just coming back from the inning. Doug Rocal, 36 years of age. Pretty big. 6'5", 250 pounds. Rocal missing 2 seasons after having 2 surgeries on his right elbow.
I remember him with the Detroit Tigers.
With Detroit from 1997 through 2000. After first reaching the major leagues with the San Diego Padres back in 1992. Was a first-round pick by the Padres, 12th overall back in 1986. 2-2 to Nomar Garciaparra with Bellhorn at first. 2 outs in the last half of the 5th inning.
It's interesting, you know, at the beginning of the season, the order was supposed to be Nomar followed by Manny. Well, tonight, Nomar hitting 3rd, a home run, single, double. Manny, double, home run, home run.
Are you surprised at all that when Nomar did come back that he was put in the number 5 spot?
No, I really didn't know what Terry was going to do there. You know, I knew he wasn't going to slip him 3 because the combination of Ortiz and Manny was too good. And that's putting really too much pressure on a guy coming off the disabled list like Nomar.
Ball 4 to Garciaparra. Rocal walks the first hitter that he faces. And it's back-to-back walks for Texas pitching. What a night for Manny Ramirez. A double and 2 home runs. 4 runs driven in. That's with 2 outs and 2 on. Ball 1 to Ramirez. John Wasden responsible for Mark Bellhorn at second base. Wasden went 3 innings, giving up 5 hits, charged with 3 runs so far. Walked 1 and struck out 3. Ramirez sends it into center field. Bellhorn being waved around with the 12th Red Sox run. The 5th RBI of the night for Manny Ramirez puts the Red Sox on top 12-6.
Well, you know, Manny has a legitimate shot at the Triple Crown this season. Now, he does trail quite a bit right now in batting average. He's leading in home runs right there and runs batted in. The leader in the American League is Ivan Rodriguez at 370. Manny started this game at 338. And there you see the tie with the RBI leaders in the American League, David Ortiz and Manny Ramirez. Ortiz might want to get back in that lineup before it's over.
All of this coming with 2 down for the Red Sox. Bellhorn walked, Garciaparra walked, and then the RBI single for Ramirez. Millar 1 for 3 tonight. Rocal has walked the batter and given up the single since coming in. Millar down 0-2. Red Sox with 12 runs now on 15 hits. Out hitting Texas 15-4. Texas with 3 hits last night, 4 hits so far tonight. They're fouling that one off himself.
That was a beautiful game last night by Bronson Arroyo. Pitched terrific baseball against this potent offense. Great way for him to finish the first half. He's pitched good in his last 3 or 4 starts.
Two and two now to Millar. David McCarty waiting on deck. Book closed on Wasden. 3 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs. He walked 1 and struck out 3. Millar waits on the breaking ball and lifts it to right center field. Lance Nix there to make the catch. And the Red Sox are gone. They grab another run. And at the end of 5, Boston on top 12-6. Back at Fenway as we get ready for the 6th, 12-6. The Red Sox on top. The sweeping of the bases has just taken place here at Fenway Park as Derek Lowe takes over here in the 6th inning, ready for his 6th inning of work. He's gone 5 so far tonight, retired the last 5 Texas Rangers that he has faced. Ready to face Mark Teixeira, David DeLucci, and Gary Matthews Jr. Pitch number 82 of the night for Derek Lowe.
Now that young lady that runs the bases, her name is Colleen, and she's kind of into arts and crafts a little bit, so she kind of made a thing of herself that she presented to us here yesterday in the booth.
Is that supposed to be her?
That's her. It's she has the uniform on, as you can see, the broom here and the hat. Whoops.
Well, you've already broken this.
Anyway, I'd like to thank Colleen for this. Add it to our collection here in the booth.
I like the Adirondack touch, like Wally's chair.
Exactly.
That's very nice. Julie Tretiak will place that in the back of the booth.
We'll get everything up there from Bulls to...
We're going to get the bull back out. To right, Millar in his tracks. Route number 1.
Well, he really can't do it, Don, because since Wally's been on his head,
yes,
the Red Sox have not lost. So you can't bring the bull out now and let him ride the bull. You got to leave it up there for a while.
Concerned about Wally.
He's been doing all right. He's got no feeling from the chest down.
Yeah.
But he doesn't care as long as they're winning.
He does get back up right when you take him home, right, for a little while.
It's funny. Today we had the pregame show out on Yawkey Way. So as I was walking out, and many people want to know where Wally was. I said, well, he's upstairs, and they all want to make sure he's upside down. So they know that it's had something to do with this.
Over the tall frame of Lowe, but Reese there on the run, 2 down. Now the pitching line is brought to you by Nissan. 5 2/3 for Lowe, just 4 hits, 6 runs, none of them earned. As a result of the 2 errors that took place in the 2nd inning, walked 2, struck out 3, 87 pitches deep into his outing. It's funny, you get asked that a lot. I get asked that a lot. What's Wally like? What does he like to do? And I don't know, because he only talks to you.
Yeah.
So I really don't know. I mean, we share the booth, but it's been lonely at times.
It's been a little bit rough since he's been on his head, because he kind of mumbles when he's like this. I don't even know what he's talking about.
We're concerned about Wally there for a little while. His away from the park activities were a concern there for a couple of years, but he seems to get that under control now.
No, there's still very much a concern, Don. Imagine walking around town on your head, what people think.
3-0 is in there for a strike. It's 3-1. All 4, and the 3rd walk of the night given up by Derek Lowe. A 2-out walk. Well, Red Sox tradition meets high definition. Tonight's game is brought to you by the HD experts at Tweeter. Tweeter, just sit back and enjoy. Rod Baraha. 2 for 2. Infield single in the second, a single to center field in the fourth inning. Popped up right side. Bellhorn drifting to the outfield grass to make the catch, and the Rangers are gone at the top of the sixth inning. The end of 5 1/2. Red Sox on top 12-6.
Welcome back to Fenway Park. We're up here on the green monster seats with Tiernan and his family. Now you got a sign, and the sign says "Hit it here, Manny." Has he come close?
Yes.
How close?
Pretty close.
Where was it?
Over there by the Dunkin dugout.
There you go. Now Tiernan's a big Red Sox fan. He's our Ford fan of the game. We were talking baseball before, and you have some strong opinions, right? You like the way Derek Lowe's pitching tonight?
Yeah.
How's he doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah? How about Nomar? You're a big Nomar fan?
Yeah.
Should they keep Nomar? That's the big question we were talking about. Should they keep Nomar? Why?
Because he's a good hitter, and if they don't keep him, they would be so bad that they wouldn't win too many games.
Well, there it is. There you have it. Tiernan, our Ford fan of the game, a big Nomar fan. Guys?
All right, TC. This hit to deep center field by McCarty. Up, back, and off the wall. The deepest part of the ballpark above the 420 marker for a very long double.
Well, David McCarty coming into the game only 3 for his last 31, but he's got 2 tonight, 2 for 4. Ball down and in him. He puts a charge into this off that center field fence. Just missing a home run. About as deep in this ballpark as you can go without having a home run.
David will be joining Tom Caron and Sam Horn in the postgame show tonight. Yes, his second hit of the night. Stands at second base to begin the bottom of the sixth inning. Jason Varitek standing in on the left side. That was some pretty nice analysis by our Ford fan of the game out there in left field. He broke it down pretty well, I thought.
Very strong opinions.
Not afraid to throw them out there. The future analyst.
Very strong. I mean, he just came right and said if they don't have Nomar next year, they're going to win many games.
All right, you wanted to say hi to the guys up in the booth, right?
Hi, Remy. Hi, Don.
How you doing?
And Jerry's got a Rem Dog hat for us. There you go. Take the cap off. It's cap up for the night here on the Monster. You'll grow into it. Say thank you. Here you go. You can say the joke.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
He took the mic from me.
Fouled off. Does he know that he can make a gross amount of money becoming an analyst in the major leagues?
Yeah, you get a website going. It's all
Yes.
good.
Books. Did I mention the disgusting salary?
Got the rally cap on. I don't know if we need a rally cap tonight.
One, two. This thing inside to Varitek. 2-2.
A disgusting amount of money, Dan?
Offensive. Offensive. Varitek jolting it foul down the left field line. 2-2. Let's take a look at what's on tap for the Red Sox. Brought to you by Heineken. Red Sox have one more left before the break. That's it. It'll be right here on NESN at 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Then the All-Star break. We'll be with you on the other side of the break in Anaheim as well to begin that 4-game series against the Anaheim Angels. Chop to first base. Teixeira backing up. He'll need the pitcher who's there. Rocal with the out. McCarty over to third with one away.
That rotation set up for the Angels series. Derek Lowe will work in game 1. They want to keep him. Remember early in the year when he went a long time without pitching? And that didn't sit well for him, so they're keeping him on schedule. He'll pitch the first game on Thursday, followed by Pedro on Friday, Wakefield, Schilling, and then Arroyo opens up against Seattle. So he'll have the longest rest. Of course, last night, Curt Schilling making the announcement that he will go to the All-Star game, but he will not pitch in the All-Star game.
Inside almost hit Youkilis, and it's 1-1.
I think Youkilis thought that did hit him. He looked like he was taking a step down toward first base.
And the runner at third, the infield in. Carty at third base. One down. Youkilis 0 for 3 tonight. The breaking ball in there for a strike. The Red Sox was just a very brief 2-game series in Seattle. The first of 2 trips for the Red Sox to Seattle, and oddly 2 trips to Anaheim this year also.
Yeah, strange. You know, we go to Anaheim for 4 and 2. And the next time we're going to go to Seattle for 4 games. What'll that be? What, 3 trips out west this year?
Well, if you factor in San Francisco, I think it's 4.
4 trips?
Yeah. The Red Sox out there as part of interleague play. Did he go? Oh, no, says Paul Nauert, first base umpire. The walk is the second given up by Doug Rocal since coming in. The Red Sox have runners at the corners with 1 out.
And now the infield for Buck Showalter will drop back into double play depth, trying to get 2 to get out of the inning.
Tough to do with the likes of Pokey Reese running, as he stands in 0 for 3 tonight. 2 strikeouts and a lineout. He's just 1 for his last 24. And mirrored in a slump at the moment as he fouls one off the right side. Play for Reese to go the opposite way. Lance Nix, the center fielder, into right center, and Reese down 0-2. Carlos Almanzar up in the Texas bullpen. Their starter tonight, Kenny Rogers, lasted just an inning and 2/3. Touched for 8 runs. Pokey Reese has struck out for the 3rd time tonight. He's out number 2 of the inning. Two away, and here comes Johnny Damon. The 3-for-4 performance tonight for Damon. After the 4-hit attack last night, in on the hands and fisted foul off the left side. The Red Sox have won 4 games in a row. A 7-0 victory over the Rangers last night. On top 12-6 tonight. And it truly has been no place like home for the Red Sox this season. A victory tonight would give the Red Sox their 30th victory here at Fenway Park this season. They're 29-14. 4th best home mark in the major leagues. The Yankees have 31 wins at home. They're 31-12. The A's 27-12. And the Rangers 25-12. Road has been a different story for the Red Sox. 5 games under 500 at 18-23. Teixeira takes it alone to retire Damon, and the Red Sox are gone. They strand 2. We played 6 from the Fens. 12-6. Boston on top.
Catch up when you wake up. Oh, man, we were catching everything that day.
We even caught some things you weren't planning on.
Yeah, like your new friend, the black bear.
Whatever summer holds, make the most of it. High-speed internet from Adelphia gives you speeds greater than dial-up or DSL. A ready and waiting connection with no additional phone line needed. Plan your vacation, check the weather, and email vacation photos all in a snap.
Call now for free installation and pay only $24.95 a month for 3 months. 1-877-HSI for me, too. Adelphia, the place for summer.
What's all the excitement at Downey's Toyota? Logan and his friends have discovered the huge selection of used vehicles on our lot. More than 300 quality pre-owned vehicles, compact cars, full-size trucks, and vehicles for the entire family. We're Maine's #1 Toyota dealer, and that means we also have the best selection of used Toyotas, with more trades coming in every day. Credit not so perfect? We can help you too. Take it from Logan and his friends. The best deals on used vehicles are at Downey's Toyota, across from Super Walmart and Brewer.
There's an industry that's been a part of Maine agriculture for over 100 years. What started as a day off for Maine farmers at the fair has turned into an industry that generates millions of dollars that stay right here in Maine. Harness racing has raised generations and employed thousands of Maine people. Whether you're at a racetrack or one of Maine's premier agricultural fairs, harness racing is fun and exciting to watch. Bring the family to a day at the races at Bangor Raceway or Scarborough Downs. Harness racing in Maine. It's fun to the finish.
It's brought to you by Subaru, by LoJet, and by Volvo, the official vehicle of the Boston Red Sox. Derek Lowe working into the 7th inning with a 12-6 lead. He has given up just 4 hits, 2 to the Rangers catcher, Rod Barajas. Lance Nix leading it off here in the top half of the 7th inning. Reached on an error in the 2nd, lined out to first in the 4th inning.
Lance Nix had a highlight in this game, and it was a defensive highlight back in the 4th inning. Taking that hit away from Kevin Youkilis, getting up and getting quickly back in the infield and get the double play. Terrific play. He's made, 2 plays tonight, one diving that he didn't catch, and one back to the wall, and as I mentioned, just came off the DL with the bad shoulder.
.95 pitches tonight for Derek Lowe as he starts things here in the 7th inning. And as he gets closer to the century mark in the pitch count department, the Red Sox have action in the pen. Left-hander Alan Embry. One bad inning for Derek Lowe tonight in the 2nd inning. There were 2 errors committed in behind him, and the big blow is the grand slam by Hank Blaylock, his 23rd home run of the year. And at the time put the Rangers on top 6-3, but plenty of offense from the Red Sox after that. A 12-run attack tonight for the Red Sox on 16 hits. Michael Young on deck for Texas. Tomorrow will be the final game of the series, and the last game before the All-Star break. Tim Wakefield getting the start here tomorrow. 2:05 start time. Wakefield matched up against right-hander Ryan Dries. So a dribble down the 3rd baseline, foul. Well, Dunkin' Donuts is pleased to welcome those in the Dunkin' Dugout tonight. Dunkin' Donuts is in its 5th year of hosting local youth groups and charitable organizations in the Dunkin' Dugout. Over 7,000 children have had the opportunity to catch a Red Sox home game thanks to Dunkin' Donuts.
And once again, we'd like to thank them for bringing up the refreshments to the booth prior to the game. And if we ate all those donuts that we get for 81 home games,
yes, we would be larger than we are now. But it's not all donuts. I mean, they bring bagels and other stuff. Yeah. tipped, held on to by Veritek, strike 3. The 4th strikeout of the night for Derek Lowe.
Well, Derek Lowe has bounced back tonight in a big way. After that second inning, 6 unearned runs in that inning, has continued to shut down this potent offense of the Texas Rangers. Red Sox pitching have kept them quiet in the 2 games. Arroyo last night, Lowe tonight.
Over the last 4 1/3 innings, Derek Lowe has given up just 1 hit. One down. Michael Young, the hitter, 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. And it'll be Derek Lowe in the first game of the unofficial second half of the season for the Red Sox in Anaheim on Thursday night. Up to 105 pitches tonight with 1 out in the top half of the 7th inning. The last win for Derek Lowe was on June 17th. It was the fine effort that he had, an 11-0 shutout of the Colorado Rockies. He left with a 6-0 lead after 7 innings, giving up 4 hits. Since then, 3 losses in a row against Minnesota, at New York, and at Atlanta. Over the mound towards second. Bellhorn with the throw that gets there in time. 2 down.
Well, pick up this Sunday's Boston Globe to find out how you can win Red Sox Yankee tickets. Just turn to the Globe's Red Sox ticket contest ad and details on how to enter. How do they know they're on above the Boston Globe? They must hear the promo being read. Because every night when I read that promo, they stand up.
There they are. Well, you got the TV right there.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Yep.
Boy, they're happy.
Very happy group of people. There are a lot of happy people here tonight. The Red Sox on top 12-6. Now tomorrow you'll be checking to see what number you are book-wise in the Globe. Is that still part of your Sunday?
Go right to the idea section. By the way, that reminds me, I want to wish happy birthday to Tessa Sandler, who is here. She's 19, Syracuse University, of course, daughter of Corey Sandler, my co-author, and Janice. A little book signing this afternoon.
How did it go?
Good. I went Monday at Providence Place before I head down to Pawtucket. I'll be joining you.
I understand that you are not going to be hitting in the home run derby contest. Hit.
That's
Blaylock.
That's a little payback for
warning.
The earlier one when Waz didn't hit Veritek. Tried on the pitch before and missed, and got him that time. Waited till 2 outs here in the 7th, and then got Blaylock. So it's 1-1.
And then probably the end of it.
Well, both sides have been warned. Yeah.
Holbrook.
He tried on a pitch earlier and missed, and then came back and got him right in the thigh. And it was the back of Veritek and the thigh of Blaylock.
And if you're Blaylock and you get hit in that general area, I imagine you're not all that upset. With a grand slam back in the 2nd inning. 2 outs, the runner at first for Soriano, who's 0 for 3. I understand the home run hitting contest that I am hitting in and plan on putting a display on Monday in Pawtucket. I understand that today, after all this talking that I've done, that you're not even going to hit on Monday. Is that true? You got to hit.
First of all,
a lot of people waiting to see you hit.
First of all, for someone who had 7 career home runs, why would I want to be in a home run hitting contest?
Well, it's a little bit different. There are other people like myself, and I think there's mostly non-major leaguers.
You're still a young man. I'm not a young man.
Put on a huge display, the Rem Dog Show. Well, hopefully you'll hang around to coach me. So I'm going to spray to all fields with power.
Don't count on that either.
The good news is they're aluminum bat, they told me. So.
Well, you got a shot then.
Right Evans stance. Very comfortable. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Soriano strikes out. 5th strikeout for Derek Lowe. The Red Sox on top 12-6.
Flying to the Washington area for business? 23 reasons don't convince you to fly Southwest Airlines nonstop to Baltimore, Washington International, maybe this will. You can fly to BWI for just $49 one way.
You are now free to move about the country.
The wonder of it all. Take a chance, make it happen. Pop the cork, finger snapping. Spin the wheel, round and round we go. Life is good, life is sweet. Grab yourself a front row seat. Let's meet and have a ball. Yeah, let's live for the wonder of it all. Meet me at Foxwoods.
Applebee's new car side to go is here.
Well, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go, little darling.
With car side to go, you can make dinner just by making a call.
Let's go again once more.
Plus, we'll deliver the food straight from our kitchen to your car.
Oh, pretty baby, I love you so.
So try Applebee's new car side to go. It's not fast food, it's Applebee's food fast.
Eating good in the neighborhood. Let's go.
Bottom of the 7th inning, Red Sox on top 12-6. And more sounds of the game from Doug Mirabelli.
Can I put something in perspective? July, what, 10th? I have 21 hits on the year. He's got 21 in the last 7 days, at least.
Actually 22 to be specific, Doug, over the last 7 games for Johnny Damon. New pitcher on for the Texas Rangers, Carlos Almanzar.
38th appearance for Almanzar, a record of 6-1 out of the bullpen, 3.71 ERA.
Bellhorn leads it off, lines it towards the corner. It'll one hop up into the seats for a ground rule double. His 3rd hit of the night, 2nd double for Mark Bellhorn.
Who had some defensive troubles in the 2nd inning for the Red Sox, has more than made up for that. He quickly answered with a home run and now adds the ground rule double to lead off the 7th inning.
Nomar has been on base 4 times tonight, 3 hits and a walk. He homered back in the 1st inning. Spins out of the way of that pitch from Almanzar. Garciaparra triple short of the cycle. Had lots of triples last year.
That's happened a lot in this homestand where somebody's been just like 1 hit away from the cycle. Damon had the home run last night instead of the triple.
And 13 triples a year ago. This one lifted down towards the corner and left. DeLucci on the long run to make the catch right in front of the 310 marker, and Bellhorn back to the bag at 2nd with 1 away. Long way to go there for DeLucci, but he ran it down. Here comes Manny. A 4-for-4 night.
That's that guy, isn't it?
It is. Future color analyst who will make disgusting money. Danny Ramirez. 2 homers, a double, and a single as he sends one foul off the right side.
Would there be something if you top that kid's night off with a home run in that area?
Where is he? There he is, down the left field line.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
On the ground to Michael Young. To Teixeira at first, and there's 2 down. Bellhorn still at 2nd base with 2 away. taking over for Doug Rocal, who went an inning into third. He gave up 2 hits, did not allow a run, and walked 2 and struck out 1. Almanzar becomes the 4th Texas pitcher of the night. Their starter, Kenny Rogers, chased after just an inning and 2/3. Millar fouls off the first one from Almanzar. Almanzar, 30-year-old right-hander from Santo Domingo, the Dominican Republic. First reached the majors with Toronto in 1997. Millar down 0-2. Almanzar last year spending the entire season at AAA in Louisville. He was 2-2 in 42 appearances with Louisville Bats. Cincinnati in 2002. Toronto, San Diego, New York, and Cincinnati previously for Almanzar in his first season with the Texas Rangers. So Kenny Rogers coming into Fenway Park tonight with a 12-2 record. And the Red Sox chasing him after just an inning and 2/3, 9 hits, 8 runs. Red Sox have 12 runs now on 17 hits tonight. Grounded softly back to Almanzar, off of him, stays with it, and still gets Millar at first base to end the inning. Leadoff double wasted by Bellhorn. We played 7. Embry on his way in with the Red Sox on top 12-6. Defensive changes for the Red Sox. Gabe Kapler taking over in right field for Kevin Millar. And the new Red Sox pitcher is Alan Embry.
Embry making his 41st appearance. That'll tie him with Mariano Rivera. It's Quantrill, Gordon, Rivera, and Timlin. And Embry for the most in the American League. Last time he worked was Thursday against the A's, 2/3 of an inning in that game. All Red Sox, all Yankees out of that bullpen as far as leading the league in appearances.
Brad Fulmer to lead it off against Alan Embry. Well, Derek Lowe tonight, just the 1 bad inning in the 2nd inning, and had some defensive problems behind him. The 2 errors committed in that inning, but of course the big blow, the grand slam by Hank Blaylock. 7 innings for Lowe tonight, 4 hits, 6 runs, all the runs unearned. He walked 3, struck out 5, and threw 113 pitches.
Very good outing for Derek Lowe, and hopefully that'll quiet things down for a while. That's a good feeling for him, I'm sure, going into the break. He'll make that first start after the break against the Angels.
They gave up just 1 hit over the last 5 innings.
Yep.
So a nice way to finish before the break. One to Brad Fulmer. Brian Schaus, left-hander up in the Texas bullpen. Red Sox have action of their own. Mike Timlin warming in the pen. Swing and a miss, took something off. 2-2.
A breaking ball from Embry that time. Maybe he left it up a little bit higher than he would like. Good swing by Fulmer, but no contact. He's going for the downs on that one.
Fulmer fouls it off the left side. It's still 2-2.
Oh, boy, that was a good play. In the roof boxes, not the luxury boxes, the roof boxes.
Shift on for Fulmer with Bellhorn in short right field. He's single to left his first time up with a shift on, and he fouls it off the left side this time. And not a good catch that time from the roof boxes.
He was lucky he didn't fall out. He tried to go to the backhand. Oh, he's got a glove. That's not fair. I'm glad he missed it. It's like backhanded play. Able to hold on to the railing. That's a good thing. Oh no, I'm sorry he missed. Yeah. He's got two little kids. Yeah.
On the ground to first, the shift works. McCarty beats him to the bag for out number 1. So 1 away, and it'll bring up Mark Teixeira. The attendance tonight, 35,024. Another sellout at Fenway Park. 108th in a row. Teixeira reached on an error in the second inning. Since then has fly to the track in center and lined out to right field. Line to left this time for a base hit. 1 out single for the Rangers first baseman.
Teixeira, 312 as a right-handed hitter. Picks up his first base hit, switching around against Emery. More home runs from the left side, more at bats from the left side. Here's DeMarlo Hale, first base coach. He was interviewed.
Yes, he was.
By the Red Sox. Former member of the Red Sox organization, managing in the minor league system.
Last time he managed, he was managing at the Double-A level for the Red Sox in Trenton when Trenton was a Double-A team. It's very highly thought of, still is. And some think he will make an outstanding major league manager.
I had a chance to coach him in Double-A at New Britain many years ago. He and Ellis Burks were on that same team. Ellis, by the way, yesterday had more surgery. They took out more meniscus.
How much meniscus does he have left?
There can't be much in there. But unfortunately, he'd be set back, and he's hoping, if everything goes well, he'll maybe come back, you know, in August sometime. But that's going to be tough. That's 2 knee operations, and he hasn't hardly played at all.
Just couldn't get the swelling to go away. It seemed like every time he got close to coming back, the swelling would return.
I'll say this, too. Both those guys, the brief time that I was around them at Double-A, terrific people. DeMarlo Hale, Ellis Burks, both hard workers. Loved to play, wanted to learn.
In the air to center field, hit well. Damon running back to make the catch. Good jump, and he got back there in plenty of time to reel it in. DeLucci's out number 2, and back to the bag at first goes to Teixeira.
Johnny Damon can do no wrong. Not right now, anyway. He's been all over center field making plays, all over the bases, stealing bases, getting hits, hitting home runs. Those are the kind of streaks you dream about as a player. He's in one right now.
2 away. Teixeira at first. Gary Matthews Jr. has been on base twice tonight. Does not have a hit. Reached on an error in the 4th and walked in the 6th. Sure, you want to wish a very happy birthday to Jamie Parker's daughter, Madison Parker, who is 4 today. Jamie dropping by to wish your daughter a very happy birthday.
I saw Jamie tonight out at the on Yorkie Way. We're doing the pregame show.
In the sports desk crossover.
Yes. Yeah.
What kind of security do they have for you to get over there? I mean, you just can't go places anymore.
It was pretty good.
You're happy with the security force that they...
Wasn't quite Steinbrenner-like, but, you know.
To right field, hit well. Back there is Kapler. A couple steps back in the end, but shy of the track to bring it in. Rangers are gone in the 8th. Red Sox on top 12-6. hats, and then there are hats. And that, my friend, is a nice hat. Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back at Fenway Park as we take a look at the Dunkin' Donuts game summary so far. The Red Sox on 12 runs and 17 hits. Damon with 3, Bellhorn with 3, Garcia-Parra with 3, and Ramirez at the top of that list with 4 hits, including 2 home runs tonight. The Red Sox with home runs from Mark Bellhorn and Nomar Garcia-Parra. The bottom of the order, 0 for tonight, 0 for 7 between Youkilis and Pokey Reese. Reese has had the misfortune of striking out 3 times tonight, but a 12 runs, 17 hit attack for the Red Sox tonight. New pitcher on for the Texas Rangers, their 5th of the night, Brian Schaus.
Been in 19 games. The season started a little bit late for Schaus. He was on the disabled list coming out of spring training with the shoulder tendonitis. Record of 1-0. He's actually pitched very well. 15 2/3, 7 hits allowed, only 3 earned runs. He does have 12 strikeouts.
Brian Schaus pitched for the Red Sox in 1998 in 7 games out of the bullpen. He's 0-1, spending the bulk of that season with the Pawtucket Red Sox. As David McCarty will be on in the post-game show, Tom Caron and Sam Horn. Has 2 hits tonight, 2 for 4 for McCarty. Brian Schaus taking over for Carlos Almanzar. Went an inning, giving up a hit, no runs, no walks, and he did not strike anybody out. Threw it into left field. The 3rd hit of the night for David McCarty. So he joins Damon, Bellhorn, Garcia-Parra, and Ramirez, who all have at least 3 hits tonight. Ramirez with 4. Here's Jason Varitek. He's been on base twice tonight, a single and a hit batsman. Fly to the track, and he's grounded out to first. Outfield deep end straight away on Jason Varitek. Fouled off to the right, 1-1. Brian Schaus is 35 years of age, and after he left the Red Sox organization, went to Japan for a season. Then came back to pitch in the major leagues, first with Kansas City, and now in a 2nd season with the Texas Rangers. Last year was in 62 games out of the Texas bullpen, was 0-1 with a 3.10 earned run average.
That foul tip to right off Barajas. That had to hurt. The time taken here by the umpire to give him a break. Came up and hit him right in the leg.
Two balls, 2 strikes to Jason Varitek. Kevin Youkilis waiting on deck. Runner at first. Varitek hits it in the air to right, down the line towards the pole, and it is off the pole. A 2-run home run for Jason Varitek, his 10th of the year, and the Red Sox lead it 14-6.
We had Johnny Pesky mic'd earlier. Well, he hits the Johnny Pesky pole. Slicing off the bat of the right-hander. Varitek from the right side now with 3 home runs on the season. Did that hit the pole? No, it didn't. Cleared the pole.
I thought it hit the pole.
I thought it did too.
But the replay doesn't back us up. Maybe it's a bad camera angle.
When in doubt, blame the truck, right?
Yep.
Let's see.
Let's take a look.
Yeah, it did.
It hit the pole.
I think it did.
Change direction,
Yep,
Gary.
it did.
Thank you. verification that we were right, and the truck has accepted our apology. They just now let me know.
A good night for Veritek. Couple of hits, 3 runs batted in. Home run number 10 for Jason this season.
The Red Sox now 19 hits as Youkilis walks. Ties a season high. The Red Sox on May 25th had 19 hits against Oakland. 19 hits tonight as they bat here in the last of the 8th. And Schaus has not yet recorded an out. A single, a 2-run home run, and now a walk to Kevin Youkilis, and he'll deal with the number 9 hitter, Pokey Reese. Reese 0 for 4 tonight. 3 strikeouts and a line out to second base for Reese. Red Sox and Rangers will play game 3 of the series here tomorrow afternoon at 2:05. Tim Wakefield against Ryan Drees. Right center field, Gary Matthews Jr. there. And there's one down. Back to first goes Youkilis.
This crowd's getting a little giddy. Every time a ball goes in the air, they think it's going to be a home run.
Well, the amount the Red Sox have hit tonight, you can understand it. Tough night at the plate for Pokey Reese. Top of the order for Johnny Damon, a 3-hit performance tonight. Red Sox trying to put together their 5th win in a row. They're 1-5 on the road trip that brought them home, but ever since they've been home, they've been red hot.
How quickly things change in baseball. You got home at the end of that last trip. Oof. And it was a little ugly around here.
A little. A crushing loss to the Yankees in the 3rd and final game of that series, and then winning only 1 behind the complete game effort by Curt Schilling of the 3 games against the Atlanta Braves. And back home and all is well.
By the way, we wanted to mic up Pedro Martinez in that dugout, but he refused.
We were hoping to interview Pedro Martinez tonight also. Maybe we can next inning. Back to the mound to second for 1 on the first, not in time. So they record the out on Youkilis, forced out at second base. Damon reaching at first with 2 down.
Now, for most guys, that'd probably be a double play, but Damon hitting from that left side with his speed will beat it out at first base. Nice play by Brian Schaus, the pitcher. Gives a good feed to his shortstop coming across the bag, but too much speed from Damon. And no double play.
There's Mark Bellhorn, who takes a strike. A double and a home run tonight for Bellhorn. Actually 2 doubles in the game tonight and a home run. The 14 runs for the Red Sox and the 5 home runs, both tying a season high for the Red Sox. June 18th, the Red Sox against the San Francisco Giants. A 14-6 lead tonight for the Red Sox. Lined into right field for Bellhorn. Damon will stop at second base. The 4th hit of the night for Mark Bellhorn. And a season high in hits for the Red Sox as they pile up their 20th of the night.
.1997 last 4-hit game for Bellhorn. Double, home run, double, single. Oral Hershiser, pitching coach for the Texas Rangers.
action in the bullpen. Francisco begins to warm. Another right-hander for Texas. The only other left-hander they have in the pen out there is Ron Mayhay, the former Red Sox outfielder and pitcher. As Schaus running into some trouble here in the last half of the 8th inning. Red Sox with 2 runs in, 2 runners on, 2 outs, and here's Nomar Garciaparra. On the ground, and hits Damon. Yeah, that will end the inning as Damon hit in the legs. Hopefully all right, he appears to be. And the Red Sox are gone in the 8th. A 2-run home run for Jason Varitek on top 14-6. Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back at Fenway Park, 14-6. The Red Sox on top as we head to the 9th. Red Sox fans, we want to hear from you. Log on to redsox.com to tell us what you think of the broadcast tonight. Look for this graphic and let your thoughts be heard. Top of the 9th inning, and the new pitcher on for the Red Sox, the newcomer, Joe Nelson.
Interesting story. You know, Nelson has had a lot of injuries throughout his career. He really, Red Sox gave him a chance in spring training, had great numbers down in Portland in Double-A, quickly was called up to Pawtucket, and then back to the big leagues. He's got a couple of major league games for Atlanta back in 2001.
29-year-old right-hander facing Baraja, who's 2 for 3 tonight with a couple of hits. Joe Nelson taking over for Alan Embry, who went an inning giving up a hit. No runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Joe Nelson made his major league debut with Atlanta in 2001, surrendering 9 runs. 8 earned on 7 hits and a pair of 1-inning relief outings before going on the DL with tendonitis in his right shoulder. Started with Double-A Portland, just recently called up to Pawtucket.
He throws a changeup that they call the Vulcan, where it's kind of like between his
middle finger
and the ring finger. That's it right there. It's a different kind of, he said he couldn't throw a splitter, but he was able to get the ball between the middle finger and the ring finger. So it was someone else for Texas that threw that same pitch. And I'm trying to think of his name right now.
R.A. Dickey?
No, I don't think so. It's a relief pitcher. Denny Patterson, I believe it is. He's on the disabled list.
What does R.A. Dickey throw? It's a thing, is what they call it.
The thing
pitch, yeah.
We'll next time we see him, we'll have to do more research on the thing, but this is the Vulcan. See it? There's the grip. Very unusual.
Well, it works. Baraja striking out for the first out.
Now, that wasn't a Vulcan. That was the fastball. He goes upstairs with the fastball. You see Varitek come up high, and that's exactly where he puts it for the strikeout. See, when you have a Vulcan, you always put that ball in that grip before you throw, because it'd be almost impossible to do that in your glove. You'd be able to pick that up very easily if you were an opposing hitter.
So you would pick up on the Vulcan right away.
Absolutely.
Lance Nix 0 for 3 tonight. Reached on an error in the second inning. Since then has lined out to first and struck out swinging.
His nickname is also Jelly Bean.
It is?
Yeah, I had a page of little bio on him here last night. I misplaced it, but he got the nickname Jelly Bean somewhere. I'll have to get that bio again.
Swing and a miss, and it's 2-1 to Lance Nix. This is his American League debut. So the other major league outings coming with the Atlanta Braves back in 2001. Appearances with the Portland Sea Dogs. 3-2, 13 saves with a 1.78 earned run average. Then moved up with Pawtucket, and 3 appearances gave up 1 unearned run. The 2-2. Fouled off towards the Red Sox dugout. Over it. Red Sox on top 14-6. The 2-2. Up and away. A full count now. Derek Lowe tonight, 7 innings, 4 hits, 6 runs. They're all unearned because of the 2 errors in the second inning. Walked 3, struck out 5. 113 pitches, in line for his 7th win of the year. Ball 4 to Nix and a 1-out walk.
Now the play of the game is brought to you by Foxwoods Resort and Casino, and it's the 2nd home run by Manny Ramirez in the 3rd inning. The one that was pointed to center field by Doug Mirabelli, agreed upon by Manny, and he delivers the shot that Doug Mirabelli called.
Fouled off the right side. Backing out of play by Michael Young. 0 for 3 with a walk.
Yeah, that's helicopter. Yes. That's bringing in Tom Caron back to the studio for the postgame show. The Nesson chopper.
We shoot home for the last couple of innings. Now returning to World Nesson headquarters. Nelson ahead of Michael Young, 0-2. Leading the majors in hits so far this season, but has none tonight.
Yeah, and a 12-game hitting streak on the line, too, in this at-bat for Michael Young.
Texas held to just 3 hits last night, just 5 hits tonight. Final game of the series tomorrow. Tim Wakefield against Ryan Dries. We'll have it for you right here on Nesson at 2:05 tomorrow. Fouled and off Veritek as Young stays alive.
Now that was the Vulcan. He just hit the top of it to foul it off. That's how much this ball dips, and Michael Young just able to get a piece of it to stay alive. Himself another crack at extending the hitting streak.
To right, down the line towards the pole, and it is a foul ball. Didn't have the distance down there. Goes foul, so we'll do it again with a count of 2-2. Derek Lowe went 7. Alan Embry went an inning. Now Joe Nelson working the 9th. Inside and a full count. It's Nix at first, 1 away. Ball 4, and he walks in. So back-to-back walks with 1 down here in the 9th inning. And we'll bring up Hank Blaylock with a grand slam back in the 2nd inning. His 23rd home run tied David Ortiz for his 2nd in the American League in home runs. His 3rd grand slam of the season. His Part of a 6-run second inning for the Texas Rangers. Nix at second, Young at first. Nelson ahead, 0-2.
Well, Blaylock will be part of that home run hitting contest on Monday in Houston in the All-Star Game festivities.
Foul off to the left. Almost reached the press box level. Blaylock staying alive. One and two to Blaylock. The Red Sox trying to win their 5th game in a row and their 30th game of the season at home. Popped up foul. Varitek comes back, gives it a look, but it is back and onto the screen. Nelson has thrown 27 pitches here in the ninth. Has 1 out and 2 on. Blaylock hits one to deep left field. Ramirez going back onto the track to make the catch. 2 down. For Alfonso Soriano, who was 0 for 4 tonight. He was grounded out twice, struck out twice. He laces one foul to left. Wow.
You know those people that were waving earlier, the Boston Globe people, there they are. They got a souvenir.
Strike has Soriano down 0-2. 35,024 coming to their feet at Fenway Park with 2 outs in the top half of the ninth. The 0-2 pitch away. Two and two. Nelson struck out Baraja to begin the inning. He walked Lance Nix and then Michael Young before Blaylock fly to the track in left field. 2 down, 2 on. The 2-2 struck him out. The Red Sox win. Joe Nelson puts the final touches on a 14-6 Red Sox victory behind 21 hits tonight. The Red Sox out hitting Texas 21-5, and the Red Sox have won all 5 home games so far in this homestand, and 5 in a row. We'll step aside, come back with more from Fenway. The Red Sox win it 14-6. Back at Fenway, where the Red Sox win it 14-6. Lowe the winner, 7-8. Rogers the loser, 12-3. For Jerry Remy, Don Orsillo saying so long from Fenway Park. Again, the final score, the Red Sox winning this one 14-6. It's time now for WB Mason's Extra Innings with Tom Caron and Sam Horn. Tom?
Thanks very much, Don. You know, I said before yesterday's game, as this series began, that I was intrigued by the pitching matchup.
Yes,
I'm still intrigued by the pitching matchup tonight. But the Red Sox win.
There it is. A soft 12-2. Now he's a soft 12-3.
Now, you said it before the pregame show, and tippy cap to Derek Lowe. He had that tough second inning, none of the runs earned, but he settled down, he got the offensive support, and he gets a win to think about over the All-Star break. Red Sox win it 5 for 5 on the homestand. They've outscored opponents 51-16. We'll talk all about it. WB Mason's Extra Innings coming up next.